Something funny I saw on the internet, the interwebs, is that I saw something saying, someone saying, "Why would you need a weapon to defend yourself?" Well, the next person says, "Well, I tried whipping my stuff out when an intruder came, but it turns out that he was so scared he had to go to trauma for it, and I had to pay the bill." So
There's one that I saw. It was my wife asked why I open carry, and she goes for the robot apocalypse. And the guy's like, I said the robot apocalypse. I laughed. She laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster.
NRA.
That's
Good marketing. I'm gonna put that
okay.
right in the beginning of the.
Let me get the NRA's phone. See if we can't set
I'm gonna
something
put
up
that in
with
the beginning
them.
of the stream and cut. Hey everyone, welcome to the Article 1776 podcast. We are your
How you
hosts,
doing?
MK Warhammer, Matthew Kicklater. This is.
Scottsdale 87.
Hopefully everyone is having a fucking fantastic day or night or wherever that you're at. What are you up to? What's been up new with you? What's going on, Scottsdale?
Not much. Gabby went to a birthday party, had her first makeover yesterday. Like, this was an actual, like, salon for kids.
You do realize that you're the I think you're the only dad that is not freaking out that his daughter is wearing makeup already.
Um, it was a birthday party. You know, she's 7. It wasn't, I didn't, like, let her out of the house otherwise. And it was like, she's going to this little salon with her friends. They're going to have a makeover. I'm not paying for it. That's great. And then, like, straight home. I ain't gotta worry about anybody else's mouth.
It's like,
You let your 7-year-old wear makeup? Mind your business.
yeah. It's like most of the people.
I didn't think about that. A couple weeks ago, we took Bailey to Costco for not human interaction training, but training to be around humans in like big setting because he's a service dog. He can go anywhere with us.
Yeah.
This dude got so fucking uppity. I was under the impression that you weren't allowed to have dogs in the store, and I was like, yeah. Normally, that's true. You can't have a fucking purse chihuahua running around in here. But if you have a service, if you have a service dog, he can be with me. Oh yeah, show me your paperwork. Well, here's where you're wrong, asshole. I don't have to show you paperwork. That's protected in the law. I don't have to fucking show you paperwork because you have a bug up your ass. Stop worrying about what I'm doing and go buy your fucking Depends.
Yeah, Ken from fucking Costco in New Jersey, whatever town in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Shut
fucking
the fuck
Ken.
up, Ken. Shut the
Buy
fuck
your
up,
fucking
Ken.
Depends. Shut up. He's a
Would that
fucking
be-
old
Would
dude.
that be a Ken or would that be a Kevin for as a male Karen?
That'd be a Keith.
Keith?
You know what? No, that's perfect because I knew a Keith and he's a bitch.
Yeah, Keith, we're stomping on all types of toes today.
Keith, Karens, Kens, Kyles. Fuck Kyles. Save some moms for the rest of us, Kyle.
Save some of that bitching for the rest of us, you Karen.
I just
Karen,
like,
Keith.
how shitty does your life have to be that you have to take offense to what somebody else is doing?
Yeah.
Like, it's like everything that's going on today. How can you be offended about how somebody lives their life? Okay, I may not be the biggest LGBTQ community supporter. Doesn't mean I don't agree with their policies and shit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I'm offended by them. Why are they offended by what I don't like? What the fuck? Get off your shit.
Bottom line, if don't be a fucking dick to. If you don't want me to be a dick to you, don't be a dick to me.
Oh, common courtesy. Like I could have been so nice about that. Yes, sir. He's a service dog. He is allowed to be in here. Is there? Are you supposed to show paperwork? Well, no, sir. It's protected under the law that I don't have to necessarily show paperwork. Now, if somebody comes up and they're, the manager of a store, hey, is he a service dog? Yes, he is. That's where that buck stops. But to be just an old dick about it, I literally told him to fuck off and go buy his Depends. I tried to be nice about it at first, and he pushed it. Well, guess what? You don't push me.
It could be a different story as to where someone was allergic to dogs and be like, hey, I'm sorry. I know it's your service dog. I'm allergic to dogs. Could you do me a favor? Just keep him a few feet away from me, please. Situation.
Well,
but don't be a fucking dick about it.
now, see, I actually, I don't know where I heard this, but I heard a story about somebody and their service dog. They were at a restaurant and they were already in their seat, okay? And his service dog was laying down next to him.
Yeah.
Somebody and a chick and her boyfriend came in after they had already started eating, came in, sat down, and was like, hey, get that dog away from me. They need to move. The manager straight up said, no, ma'am, you need to move. That dog is protected under the law. He is allowed to be here. Maybe you should move the fuck out of my restaurant for being, an inconsiderate bitch. And that's the thing. If I'm already at a restaurant and you see that I have a service dog with me, or anybody in my party has a service dog with them, you need to take the common courtesy. If you don't like dogs or you're allergic to them, you can take the common courtesy to say, hey, I'd like to sit somewhere else. I'm allergic to the dog, or I don't feel comfortable with a service dog even being here. Yeah. Can you move me to another area? I'm already eating. I'm not going to pick up my plate and move it because you want to be a Karen. Or I'm not going to make you're a Marine, okay? You're a combat veteran. If you had a service dog based on your PTSD and someone was like, he needs to fucking move his dog. No, fuck you. Go sit somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I find the common sense in the situation to where it's like, how about this? Don't be a bitch, and I'll make sure the dog stays in its spot. It doesn't get close to you. So if you're allergic, common sense.
I think that's perfect. Yeah, he's right here. You're over there. There's no interaction. You're fine.
Yeah.
Go about your day.
So it's like, if people were to fucking act, and here's the thing, a lot of people are pro cancel culture, and whatever it is, but
yeah, it's stupid.
So it's stupid in the fact to where if people are having their feelings hurt towards things that have nothing to do with them, or what the fuck.
You need to find a different, find a hobby or something at that point.
Yeah, here's the thing, is that the people that were offended towards the Washington Redskins because of their name, Washington Redskins, didn't realize the fact that the team often would donate to help out with the actual Redskin tribe.
Yeah,
to actually help them out.
Oh yeah.
And the people of that tribe were perfectly okay with them having that name. It's people that have fucking sand in their vaginas.
Fucking white liberals. Fucking white people.
Well, liberals in general, not just white.
I know, but that's like the thing. It's like fucking white liberals.
I'm not discriminating. I'm inclusive. It's showing hatred to everyone.
Fuck everybody. So we're kind of baseball fans. Well, I'm not so much a baseball fan as much as my wife is, but I get into it with her. So like, she's got somebody to root with her and shit, right?
Yeah.
Because Timmy doesn't really watch baseball like that. The Cleveland Indians. Did you know they changed their name?
No.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Why?
For the same reason. Some purple-haired Karen. The Atlanta Braves have changed their name as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because of some fucking blue hair, purple hair Karen. Like, you don't have to get offended by everything. And I've said this a million times. That's personal fucking choice.
Yeah.
You're choosing to be offended about something that has nothing to do with you, that you get your fucking panties on fire about it, that you got to create a petition to get shit changed because you don't like it, because you think somebody else might feel a different way. Sit down, drink your soy latte, shut up.
Yeah, soy boy.
Right? Like, I can't stand that shit. Like, in all the years that I watched baseball when I was younger, I never once got offended by any fucking team name, whether it be the Chicago White Sox. You could be the fucking Florida White Crackers,
Yeah.
and I would like, yeah, that's our fucking team name. Fuck it.
Want to know the most? Well, the late, way back when, latest to date, is that people got offended for the Devil Rays because it had the word devil inside it. If it, and here's the thing, it's not just, it goes towards the church Karens too on this one. Fuck off. Fuck off.
The Latter Day Church of Karen.
Yeah. It's
Fucking hell.
It's crazy. Like everything's.
Goddamn
Here's
Karens.
a grim realization. Everyone's going to die. So why the fuck would I give two shits about how the fuck you're feeling, like how your sensitivity and how I choose to live my life? How I don't go across and say, hey, you should not do this, or this is offensive. Fucking live your life.
It's personal choice, man. Like, you can choose to be sour about shit your entire life,
Yeah.
or you can choose to live it. And I choose not to be offended by stupid shit. There's not much I'm offended by.
Yeah, I've stopped.
Somebody doesn't like me because I'm too redneck for them. Hey, whatever. You don't like me because I own guns, or I think that, people should exercise their right to own guns. That doesn't matter to me.
I mean,
I know what I'm about.
right along with you, brother. And for YouTube purposes, cleared.
I know where my morals stand, so I'm not worried about other people's. Like, I'm all for, be sensitive when the time comes for it. Your baby's born and you're a little girl about it. Hey, that's fine. Your baby was born. You cry on your wedding day because you think your wife is beautiful and you love her. Hey, you're showing emotion towards your wife. That's fine. Your dad dies. Hey, you're sad. That's fine. The Cleveland Indians have the name Cleveland Indians. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah. Like, don't be a.
That's.
I'll say,
Like, if Indian tribes were coming out and saying, hey, this is offensive, we really wish you guys would change this. If there were like 10, 15 Indian tribes, Indian nations, all in one petition saying, hey, this is offensive, and this is offensive, we don't feel like you should use these because of everything that's happened in the past, we would like our sanctity back, or whatever I guess the wording would be. I don't fucking know what it is. I'm not a languager, goddammit.
Then at the same time, everyone's their own individual. Like legitimately, the Washington Reds, like the Redskin tribe said that we don't take offense with whatsoever. Like,
yeah,
it's
like, okay, good.
It's a personal, like you said, it's a personable issue that you have, and Godspeed, you gotta fix it yourself.
Like, oh God, yeah.
Who, like, legitimately, I've known some people that dressed up as cowboys, or some people that dressed up as like Mexico. Like no one
Yeah.
found offense to it whatsoever, except the people of the race that the person was. No, I've seen. Okay, some people in Mexico, they're from Mexico, haven't found issue to a person that was dressing like from Mexico. Do you realize that there are white people in Mexico too?
Yeah. Yeah. European families.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and then
White people in South America because their families have been there for fucking generations.
and then, but for people that don't know that, and then were to come and say, "Oh, that's racist," you don't have any fucking idea that there's actually white people from Mexico. Like, and that's what gets me too. Is like, if the people, okay, the people that are from Mexico, proper enunciation for that, Mexico, don't find
Okay,
it
Mr.
offensive.
PC.
Well, educated,
Yeah.
but if people from Mexico don't find it offensive, like there are gonna be some, but there are quite a few people that are from Mexico that don't find it offensive, and yet a white female Karen would come up and say, "Oh, what the fuck? This is offensive." I like,
You shouldn't do that. It might be offensive to somebody else's culture.
yeah, like. Do you realize that there's also white people in Mexico? There's multiple skin colors from Mexico too.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Moving on. You've been playing the new Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
How you liking it?
I beat the campaign.
Oh, you suck. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm on realistic mode though, so I die a lot.
Oh, and here's the thing too.
Oh,
It's
don't spoil it.
I'm not.
I'll kill you. Don't spoil it.
It's a shocker. It's a shocker. You know how there's twists and betrayals.
Oh yeah.
Prior ones. This
Oh
one
yeah.
is a shocker too.
Yo, the first. Okay, in the very beginning, when you mow the. Okay, so I'm clearing the house. I think it was in Mexico or something. No, can't remember where it was. But you mow down some terrorists, and then like his wife is like crying over him and shit. And then okay, so this is what happened. I sprayed the door
Yeah.
on accident. I was like, I think I was aiming for something else and sprayed the door. This guy died, right? And I hear his crying in the room. So I'm like, all right, got to clear the room. So I go in, clear the room. The lady jumps up, grabs this dude's AK-47. I had to light her up. I was like, oh, okay. That's how this game is going.
Because technically, if by the Geneva Code, we're not allowed to fire unless we're being fired at. Some bullshit.
Dude, like, she got up and picked up that rifle, and as soon as she went like this, I pulled out the fucking sidearm and just da 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 da. Fucking fired her.
Let me guess, you can't shoot civilians.
No, she was a combatant at that point, and it let me get away with it. It was my instinct. Once she picked it up, my instinct was like, okay, even though this is a game, it was like, fucking, I put 5 in her real quick, and I was like, ah,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. I was like, you fuckers. Activision, you fuckers. Why'd you do that to me? Because, like, I would never want to do that. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's her husband, but he's a terrorist. I'm not. And, like, he's doing bad things. I guess I'm doing bad things. Whatever. And then I kick in this door, and she just, like, picks up this guy's AK-47, and I'm like,
Well, you got to
fight or,
realize, too, is that...
fight or flight. It happens. No, I've heard it. I've heard of it happening.
Yeah, there's like a lot of accurate. There's some accurate. You don't get to fucking respawn every single time. Like I don't
No,
know.
yeah, you don't get to pick and choose who you kill.
It's like you don't get to respawn. And I said this as a joke before. I had a couple of people that asked me, is military, much like Call of Duty, or vice versa. Yeah,
Is
I
it
get the
much like
fucking
combat? Yeah.
respawn every single time that I were to pass. No, like,
Yeah. Every time my off switch gets pushed, I just come back.
like every single time that I parachute in, I could just fire with the AT4 with the back blast, and then I could repack another shoot just magically.
Yeah, I just pull it out of the other pack and just there's another one.
Yeah.
Like that game is okay. Warzone is unrealistic as
Yeah.
parachuting in thing
Yeah.
because you can drop parachute real quick, cut your parachute, pull out your fucking gun, and just start spraying on the way down, and then pull the last chute.
Yeah.
I want to, and this is a challenge for anybody who watches. If you know of any instant where a commando has actually done that, whether British, North Korean, Chinese, purple, or fucking pink, I want to know about it. I will buy you a beer. Because I don't know anybody who's fucking free fall, pulled their chute, cut it away, started firing, and then fucking free fall again until they pull their chute last minute.
Did you see the one that I forgot what Call of Duty it was, but did you see the one where the dude's trick shot went up?
Battlefield, yeah. I saw that.
Where he
Never happened in life. Never gonna happen.
Amelia Earhart, who?
Amelia, shut your mouth, Earhart.
Yeah.
Like, that, there's no way in just physics that would happen.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you tried to get back to your airplane, well, you'd probably get plastered by it first. No, it just wouldn't happen. You can't convince.
I will say this is that unlike Hollywood, Call of Duty does
Hollywood.
unlike Hollywood, Call of Duty does a pretty good job with the blast radius.
I'm not gonna lie, like they really they really put work in this one, and it's just kind of weird because you've played Modern Warfare 2 today, and now you're playing Modern Warfare 2, and you're thinking, oh, this might be somewhat. It's nothing like it was.
Yeah.
The only thing that I have been like, oh, this is kind of like Modern Warfare, Pripyat. In the very first one, when you're Captain Price,
Yeah.
and you're crawling around with Soap or whoever it is you're with, that's what that reminded me of, Pripyat. When like people are walking past you, you gotta hold still.
Yeah.
Like
By the
that
way,
was
I
like the
don't-
only similarity.
This is like spoilers for people that haven't played the game yet.
Yeah, I'm not saying which mission, but there is a mission where like
Yeah.
it's similar to Pripyat.
Yeah. This is, and I will say this: the graphics on that game, and it's weird because when the open beta came out,
Mhm.
and then going back to Warfare, made Warfare seem so much slower.
Yeah. Actually, so there's a streamer that I watch, Mr. Nobody. He's a Warzone streamer.
Yeah.
I'm always asking him, bro, how are you moving so fast? Because he's like zip, 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 zip. Go into settings.
Yeah.
Go into movement. Auto tack sprint always on. So if you press, okay, you're running.
Yeah.
You press your right or your left stick down and you run a little faster. If you double press, you'll tack sprint. Okay. Now, if you put this to always on, the first time you hit sprint, he'll auto tack sprint. And that's how he moves so fast. Plus, he has a perk that increases his cooldown for tack sprint. So let's say it lasts 30 seconds. And your reboot or your restructure time for it is like 45 seconds. His perk cuts that in half. So like, if you watch him, it's Nobody Nation or Mr. Nobody. I have to double check it for you, but watch how fast that motherfucker moves when he's playing Warzone. I swear to God, you'd be like, "What the fuck is he doing? What does he have that I don't have, and how do I get it?
Really?
What crack is he on? Is he on the blue or the purple?"
I'll take both. Yes.
What crack are you using? Yes.
Yes.
But like, he's one of the guys that was like, every time I watch him, I'm like, dude, I want to fucking play. I want to fucking play, but I suck ass at it. And then like he's he's just giving me little tips the last couple weeks, and that was one of them. Auto tack sprint always on. So like as soon as you hit it, you're just the gun goes. He also says run SMGs and pistols. SMGs and pistols, lightweight.
Yeah.
You run faster or you run longer too. And I was like, so basically what you're saying is get rid of my brick of an M4. He's like, yeah, pretty much. I love my ARs.
So, I've been having my eye on a P90. I've been having my eye on a lot of pew pews.
Such an unreliable loading mechanism.
It is if you're not familiar with the whole entire loading on the upper part of the gun, then vice versa. Then
Problem I think I have is like, so your bullets sit sideways like this, and then once they go to the chamber, they turn.
yeah,
I feel like that issue would be an issue.
yeah, and or sometimes from what I've seen, it's a mag issue too. It's depending on what mag you're using, because
I have heard that. I have heard that.
yeah, so it's like that's why I pretty much stick to 5.56 223 or 308
Yeah.
because
I
all the AR rounds, and I'll say this: fight me, AK guys. The mag round, at least for that, we wouldn't have any issue. Now, for jamming purposes, yeah, okay, I'll say the AK-47 is very reliable when it comes to not jamming.
yeah.
But yeah, for mag purposes, easy all the time.
What I found though is AKs are less prone to jamming than an AR is. However, I don't have to completely field strip an AR
Yeah.
to unjam it. Like they have fail safes for that reason. That's why the bolt moves back a little bit more. That's why you have the rack tap button. Like that's why it's. And if you do have to break down the AR, all you have to do is drop the back and let it pivot, pull your fucking shit out, clear it, put it back in, snap it back together. You're back in the game really quick.
Yeah.
With an AK, you get a jam, you have to fucking shift that whole thing. And I've seen that spring is pretty heavy.
And yeah, I know some ARs are gas piston driven too.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, if you in little history lesson,
Mine's gas.
if you were a little history lesson, guess where the idea of an AK-47 originated?
I
Like
know it
the
was
Eternals.
the AR pretty much.
Well, yeah, the M1.
It's the
M1
Russian AR.
brand,
Yeah, well, yeah.
because it has almost the exact same.
Your AR, is it gas? Or do you have a piston?
Piston.
Mine's gas, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm like 100% certain. Yeah, I have a gas line.
Yeah.
My baby. Yeah, mine's gas and pigment.
And I know it's a little bit late for saying this, but did you hear how YouTube was saying like, oh, you can't have anything more than a 10-round mag shown on your YouTube.
That's a 10 round.
Yeah. YouTube, that's a 10 round.
It's a 10 round inside inside the standard magazine. So
Yeah.
it only goes down to 10. It's got a block inside of it.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's state bullshit for the state that I live in, and I ain't trying to get with some bullshit. Like an actual 30 to 35 round magazine in New Jersey is illegal.
That's another reason why I only vacation in New Jersey and not live.
Well, that's why that stays inside.
Don't get me wrong. Okay. Let's get this straight. I'll vacation over there and to help out with him if there's any civil war or
Yes.
yeah
If
or
there's any bullshit.
yeah or if there's any like zombie apocalypse type of thing, we'll hurry that we'll fix the
Yeah, this is the
fuck out of
place
that
to
shit
go.
real quick. But I wouldn't live in a state to where that would I would have to get permission to buy my rounds per safety.
Now, here's the thing though. We are pushing to change this and it's on the ballots. And I've never voted before, but I will be out there voting for the state of New Jersey to fucking get rid of that shit.
Yeah, and so guys outside of even inside of New Jersey, check it out.
Vote. Get out there and vote, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah, so like it's like I do look it up, see how you can help change that, or even any of the HR bills, which anything HR, I think it's HR pertains to
Anything
banning. Yeah, I think
anything that has to do with firearms, I think that you need to be out there and voting against that shit. Like if it's like you have like you said, my state, I have to have permission to buy ammo or certain types of ammo.
yeah,
And I understand why they thought it was a good idea. It's not a good idea. It actually creates more fucking problems.
yeah.
So get out there and vote to get rid of that crap. You should not. There is no reason any state should be able to tell you what you can and cannot defend your fucking house with, your fucking family with. If you want to go out and hunt with an AR-15 because the platform is comfortable and it's got great velocity and you've got good fucking good exit velocity, and you've got a good round, you want to go hunting with that shit? Who the fuck is going to tell you you can't? Who should be able to tell you you can't?
You want to hear something funny I saw on the internet, the interwebs? Is that I saw someone saying, why would you need a weapon to defend yourself? Well, the next person says, well, I tried whipping my stuff out when an intruder came, but it turns out that he was so scared he had to go to trauma for it, and I had to pay the bill. So
There's one that I saw. It was my wife asked why I open carry, and she goes for the robot apocalypse. And the guy's like, I said the robot apocalypse. I laughed. She laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster.
NRA.
That's
Good marketing. I'm gonna put that right
okay.
in the beginning of the.
Let me get the NRA's phone. See if we can't set
I'm gonna
something
put
up
that in
with
the beginning
them.
of the stream and cut.
It's like, why do you open carry for the robot apocalypse? She laughed. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. We stopped laughing.
uh,
That's funny.
so it's like and it's weird. Like, fucking live your life. You know, I'm not gonna be a Karen about it. Like, don't be a Karen towards me. Like, fucking, like,
I break into your house. You pump me with 7 rounds out of your AR-15. I ain't gonna be mad about it.
yeah,
I forfeit. Once you step into somebody else's house, somebody else's castle, because you want what they have, you forfeit your right to live.
like I can see
You,
it now. You could be a lesbian woman that is a vegan and all that stuff living inside of my house. You can be my daughter that could be my daughter for instance. But a moment as soon as a person walks into my or tries to burst into my door with a fucking butcher's knife or something,
ill intent of any kind.
I'm attacking. I'm box shots all day.
Oh yeah,
Like
I double
box
tap,
drill all
and
day.
I don't use hollow points.
Yeah. So like I said, that person that is a lesbian, also a vegan and all that shit. As soon as that happens, they could run behind my back, cower behind my back, behind me. If you are like that, or if I know some people that are like that but are pro 2A, then join up alongside me. I don't care as long as you're protected and we're all safe. I don't give a shit.
See, my thing. Hang on a second. Oh, do you know what we do have though? And when this is kind of weird, I
What?
find this weird. I have to have permission to buy certain ammo, but New Jersey has the castle doctrine.
The what?
New Jersey has the castle doctrine.
What's that?
You break into my house, I have every right to fucking kill you.
Same thing. Kind of the same thing here with Florida.
Yeah, but I was like, it struck me as odd for a second because I was like, I have to purchase ammo, but I can only purchase ammo after you told me I could purchase ammo.
Yeah.
But if somebody steps into my house with ill intent of any kind, whether it just be to kill us or rob us, I can light you up.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me what I can light you up with. Well, I don't understand it. It's people not knowing what the fuck to do with guns, trying to make laws for people who do.
Yeah. And instead of just learning about it themselves, they only hear what they hear on the media. It was a big old fucking, again, big old fucking echo chamber that people don't want to fucking get out of.
But yeah, you can have medicinal mushrooms in Seattle.
Well, I'm not going to say yes or no to that one.
I mean, that's legal to have, but something that's not gonna fucking hurt anybody unless I pull the trigger. You're gonna tell me I can't have that, but you're giving fucking burnouts mushrooms? Come on now.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too, is that in some cases, yes, I'm going to put my foot, I'm willing to put myself out there. I don't think, methadone clinics, what do you think about that?
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, me too, because, like, a lot of the people that I know that went to methadone clinics went back to meth.
Or worse.
And still got themselves hurt, and still got... I've known someone that fucking broke into a house and then got forever slept. It's like...
It's crazy because you have these heroin addicts and these meth addicts who go to these clinics and they get on Suboxone and then they get addicted to Suboxone.
Yeah.
Like, because I think it's fucking stupid. Like, let them sweat it out.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, you know what? You die because you're detoxing that bad? Fucking natural selection, brother.
If it works for you, then people out there, then that worked for you. That's great. I mean, like, but you got to look at the statistics of how much it
doesn't work.
Yeah, like, yeah, if it's shown it doesn't work, you're probably one of the only lucky ones that it has. But it's not just you in this world; it's other people too. And if it's
you're paying for that shit.
Yeah, if that's statistically proven, hell, I broke my foot when I was in the Marine Corps. And I had to take oxycodone. I kept on taking that shit because I felt numb. I felt good, but I knew it was bad for me at the time.
Yeah, that shit's fucking.
And then I cold turkey that shit. Like I said, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I relied upon the gym, and that's my therapy session. That was my therapy session. Whatever, and here I'll say this to all the meth addicts or methadone people, besides, for you to get off of drugs, find your thing that you're addicted to, whether it be playing basketball, or what if it's doing some sports activity, or what if it's just doing stand-up comedy. Those things get you away from that type of world. Fucking do it, because no one else in this world is going to take care of your issue but you.
Exactly. And a lot of the times it's like their families, we want to help them. Yeah, that's fine. You want to help them, but do they really want the help? Like, that's an issue. Like, you can help anybody, but, like, are they really willing to take the help? I think that's another underlying issue with it, too. Like, I think it all comes back down to accountability. Like, you have these people who are addicted to methamphetamines or addicted to heroin, opiates, and shit like that. You lose self accountability.
Yeah, and I get it for people, for parents that are like, oh shit, like I really want to help them out now. Just like, it's, you gotta realize that they're gonna want to help themselves first and
Yeah.
foremost,
Oh yeah.
because no one's gonna do it for them.
Yeah. If you can't help yourself, like, what are you doing?
Big facts, and so that's why it's like, how should I say this? If you're wanting to put yourself in a forever box for just for attention, it's the same thing as to say like, oh, I want to get help, but I'm gonna need money to get, and that's one thing to be very cautious of, because say I need money to get out of here, or do this or do that. Is that money really going towards their help? Is that thing like, are they doing it just for straight attention?
I ran into that issue with a family member one time.
Yeah.
It sucks because I know the money didn't go to what she said it was going to.
Yeah.
And she was at a bad spot in her life. She's getting like she's better. She's better now when it comes to that facet of life.
Yeah.
But it was very difficult. Like the second time around, she's like, "Hey, I need some money to help pay my cell phone." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's what you were supposed to do the last time, and I didn't hear from you for 6 months."
Yeah.
You know, and one time she even called another family member and was like, "Hey, look, I need money for coke." I was like, "She fucking said that? Holy shit! Holy hell!"
Looking at you, Christina. Was that her name?
No. My audio broke. What happened? What happened? Who? Did you say something? Speak up, goddammit.
Christina. I spoke up.
Bring the spice down, son.
All right, Maria.
That's better, because that's not. But yeah, nah, it's there's a look. Okay, now me and Evie had this discussion a couple of days ago. Like, social programs work, but if you have the proper concessions for social programs, let's take food stamps for instance. Millions of dollars of taxpayer money every year goes into the food stamp system. And does it help people out? Absolutely, it helps people out. It's helped me out, and I've actually stocked up on food because of it in the past. So like it does help. Now, and this was when I was younger, but when I was on food stamps, I had to go through a program at Goodwill for like community service in order to get these, and I was okay with that because they help you with job training, job placement, stuff like that, different skills to utilize, all kinds of great stuff, right? Which I thought was a good program. Okay. You know, you're collecting taxpayer money for you to live off of, albeit it's just food stamps. Okay.
Yeah.
They gave you bus passes to help find jobs. And once that you got a job, they set you up with a year pass.
Mm-hmm.
So like they were giving you the means to actually meet the requirements needed to get food stamps. And I think that that's something that should be implemented in every state.
Yeah.
I don't think that any regular Joe or Jane, their tax money should be going to somebody who can turn around and sell those food stamps for crack, heroin, meth. Because I know people who sell their food stamps for actual cash. Now, what they do with that actual cash, that's their fucking business, but I can only assume that it's not good if you have to trade your food stamps for cash. I think that there should be drug testing involved for certain social programs.
Yeah.
I think there should be requirements for certain social programs. If it's a social program that requires you to go to school and find a job, or not go to school, but helps you go to school, it should at least give you the tools to pursue that requirement of getting these social programs.
That avenue, yeah.
Yeah, social programs can work if they're done right. Unfortunately, there's been such rampant abuse the last 35 years of social programs, Section 8 housing, food stamps, welfare, free health insurance. It gets abused.
Yeah, so it's like in here. This is an excellent plugin, and we're not donating to him at the end of the month, but next month we probably might. It's a wonderful project called Project S.T.E.A.L, and which helps out with homeless. Last time we donated, that helped towards a homeless female veteran that had 2 kids, and we helped renovate that
I saw that. That
that
was good.
that apartment in was it Houston or San
Yeah,
Antonio, Texas?
I think it was right outside of Houston.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful organization. So what Scottsdale is talking about, sociable projects that would help, if done right, could really, and tell you, I'll leave a link in the description below for that website too. Things like that could really help with people, with not only just veterans but people in general that are suffering from homelessness and like really need the help.
Hungry. Yeah. Do you know it's harder for a veteran to get food stamps than it is for just some regular unwed teen mother with 3 kids?
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
it's hard. It's hard because I understand that from also by using the VA. So anything medical and that stuff.
Yeah, like
I've quit. Like I was fighting for my rating since 2016. I just said fuck it. I'll pay for my own pocket. Like I'm not gonna gravel over like, hey, why didn't you? Well, no, I'm not gonna spend my time. I'm gonna make something of that situation. Like, okay, I'm gonna get myself out of that situation to where I don't need the VA for that type of that type of health.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like it's crazy. But speaking of help and freedom and representing love for freedom,
America.
America. Did you hear about the great company that
Yeah.
does that?
Oh, you're fucking A right, dude. Like they're all over the place. Article 1776. Go fucking check them out.
Boom, right there. And also a great person
You're wearing a
that
grunt style
support.
shirt, though. I noticed that.
Yeah, because
Is it laundry day?
yeah. If you want, but not gonna lie,
Fresh and
if you want to
clean.
go pro American, go Article 1776.
Look, and we've stressed this a lot on our podcast and on our streams. You don't have to be dressed head to toe in American made stuff. Like, fuck, these are Pumas. You think these are made in America? They're probably not. They're probably made in like Honduras. That's fine. But if you're gonna wear something that has an American flag, it better be made in America by Americans.
Yes. So
Personal opinions for me and him, but that's just us.
yeah, so it's go shop there at Article 1776. And while I'm at it, go check
Oh,
out
use
One.
code SC10, SC8710, get 10% off.
There's more than I'll put all the discount codes in the description below too. But there's also a
Yak
wonderful
'em.
human being that also deserves a lot of attention, and that's www.evknits.com.
Oh yeah, give them a check out. She does custom orders, so definitely hit her up.
Yes,
Especially if
very
you live up
awesome.
north. It's getting cold.
Yeah. All right, guys. So this is it for the podcast. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how you think that we're doing. If you agree with us or what your opinion is. If you want to say like rock out with
Rational
us.
conversations. Don't be talking shit. We'll delete them.
Well, no, that's your freedom of speech. I'm not. I'm just gonna ignore it though.
Okay, just no hate speech.
Yeah. So
Don't be
it's like
bashing other people, shit like that.
yeah. So it's like yeah. So if what he just said, 100%.
Be
So
nice.
let us know. Let us know if you want us to rock out with our socks out, whatever. But enjoy today's freedom, and we'll see you next time. Love you
Later,
guys.
guys.